So we started talking about the voluntary fasting and then the days which are prohibited to be fasted. And this is a continuation for that. قال وعن أبي هريرة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا تختصوا ليلة الجمعة بقيام من بين الليالي ولا تختصوا يوم الجمعة بصيام من بين الأيام إلا أن يكون في صوم يصومه أحدكم. وعنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يصومن أحدكم يوم الجمعة إلا أن يصوم يوما قبله أو يوما بعده. So Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu said, do not fast on the day of Friday unless you fast a day before it or a day after it. So specifying Friday with fasting is prohibited. And Abu Huraira also said that do not specifically fast on or do Qiyam Layl just for Friday itself, or fast on it individually, unless it coincides with your habitual fasting. So the prohibition is to fast it individually, but as we mentioned in the other hadith, if someone combines it with fasting prior or a day after, then it is okay. Let's say someone is fasting every other day and it coincides with that day, then it's okay. Or someone vows to fast, if my son arrives from travel, I'm gonna fast. And that person arrives on Friday, then it is okay to fast it. But an-nafila, the mere absolute voluntary fasting individually for it, that is what is prohibited. Same thing for Qiyam. You cannot say, okay, I only do it, it's Friday because it's the best day of the week. That is makruh. This hadith we already recited, but we will repeat it inshallah for the benefit. قال وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إذا انتصف شعبان فلا تصوموا. So Abu Huraira also narrated the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام said that after the middle of Sha'ban, do not fast. So if someone has the habit of fasting prior to that, like they do Mondays and Thursdays, or they do every other day, then it's okay. But if someone doesn't have the habit of fasting, then after the middle of Sha'ban, there is no fasting. طيب. قال وعن أم سلمة رضي الله عنها أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أكثر ما كان يصوم من الأيام blank. شو هن الأيام اللي كان يصومها النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام؟ قال يوم السبت ويوم الأحد، وكان يقول إنهما يوم عيد للمشركين وأنا أريد أن أخالفهم. So Salama radiallahu anha reported the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said that what most often the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam would fast on was Saturdays and Sundays, and he said these are the Eids of the Mushrikeen, and I would like to do what's contrary to that. So in a different hadith, which is منسوخ يعني is abrogated. قال وعن الصماء بنت بشر أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا تصوموا يوم السبت إلا فيما افترض عليكم فإن لم يجد أحدكم إلا لحاء عنب أو عود شجرة فليمضغها. So in the beginning it was prohibited to يعني specify fasting on Saturday. And As-Samma' bin Bushr said, the Prophet ﷺ said, do not fast on Saturday except what Allah has يعني made fard on you, meaning in Ramadan, and same thing in يعني صوم النذر. Even if someone doesn't find but the يعني the peeling of the grapevines, يعني see how that's it's very dry and it's very useless, يعني so then let them eat it, or even a branch of a tree, meaning يعني there is no excuse. So, but later on the Prophet ﷺ did fast, and as we mentioned, to do what's opposite of the mushrikeen. And in a different hadith, the Prophet ﷺ would fast. There's some people who want to know how much the Prophet ﷺ wanted to fast it. So 1 month he would fast Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And in the other month, the following month, he would fast Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So basically, this is also what Mu'mineen said. He would fast till we think he's not going to break his fast. And he would also يفطر حتى نقول لا يصوم. So he would يعني have a lot of fasting, but sometimes in order not to make it hard on يعني on us, he would also avoid fasting. وعن أبي هريرة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم نهى عن صوم يوم عرفة بعرفة. So Abu Hurairah also said the Prophet ﷺ prohibited fasting on the day of Arafah for those who are on Arafah, يعني for the Hujjaj, for the pilgrims, because يعني to avoid the hardship on them. This is a lot of work يعني for them standing on Arafah in the sun and waiting to make dua and that stuff. But it is obviously, as we mentioned in the beginning of the chapter, it is a sunnah for the one who is not in Arafah, yani for the rest of the people who are not performing Hajj. And we mentioned that yani it hardens the year prior to it and the year after. وعن عبد الله بن عمرو رضي الله عنهما قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا صام من صام الأبد. وعند مسلم لا صام ولا أفطر. وفي رواية لم يصم ولم يفطر. So Abdullah bin Amr رضي الله عنهما said, the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام said, whoever fasts forever, meaning continuously without breaking their fast, يعني did not perform fasting. Meaning, he said النفي يكون نفي وجود أو نفي صحة أو نفي كمال. So this is يعني which one? The third. So يعني this is not the perfect fasting. And we mentioned the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام before, وخير الصوم صوم داود. The ultimate fasting, if someone wants to do يعني a lot of fasting, the best he can do is what Dawood عليه السلام used to do. كان يصوم يوما ويفطر يوما. He would alternate. He would fast every other day basically. Beyond that, there is not يعني a benefit or a virtue of fasting. And this hadith, as you know, Abdullah bin Amr, the one who asked the Prophet ﷺ, he wanted to fast.
And then he regretted it.
And he regretted it when he became old because he was weakened.
So he did it his whole life, like Dawood?
He did it all his life. And he wished he took the what the Prophet ﷺ recommended him to do. And just a note also, it is very important to know that the Prophet ﷺ, when he performed the Hajj, he did not fast the day of Arafah, just to be specific, because people were doubting, so they offered him the milk and he drank it to show people that he was not fasting. This is important to know as well. And this is the end of the chapter, and tomorrow we start with باب الاعتكاف وقيام رمضان. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.